Hello, and welcome back to Practically Political. I'm Dave Spencer. It's great to have you with us.
And I'm Carrie Sheffield. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever holiday you have, we're glad to have you. And we're also glad to have our special guest, Karina Lipsman. She's a friend and neighbor since I live in the congressional district where she ran. She ran a noble race against the incumbent Congressman, Democrat Don Beyer, and gave him a run for his money. This is in 2022, and she joins us now. She now is fighting communism. I think, again, doing more noble work. She's with the Victims of Communism Museum, the VOC, and they're doing amazing work on education, which would love to hear more about that from her. But Karina, welcome.
Thank you so much, Carrie, and thank you, Dave, for having me.
Great to have you.
So, Karina, we're just coming off this election where the Republicans came, just through and had a resounding victory. What's your vantage point? What do you think is going to happen from an electoral standpoint? Or I guess when you're looking ahead for Republicans, do you think that this is a durable majority? Is the country center right? And if so, are you going to run again?
Never say never. Probably not this cycle or next cycle. But I'm very excited with the results of the election. I think the American people spoke using their voting rights. And so having the majority both in the House, the Senate, and then having the White House is going to be incredible for our nation. It's going to be incredible for the wonderful work that Victims of Communism is doing. And I think that we are really going to see the next 4 years unfold in a prosperous way. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what President Trump does and Vice President Vance do.
Well, as Carrie's heard me say, I as a Rockefeller Republican, and unfortunately, I think we're just about extinct these days, because that means socially liberal and fiscally conservative, which, to put it mildly, is not today's Republican Party. But I always said, and that it wasn't that I was pro-Harris. I wasn't. I have major problems with the Biden administration. I mean, they did a few good things, but I think he was largely ineffectual, and a lot of the reasons that he lost the election were legitimate. But my hope was that I will also say that I just think a second Trump term posed unacceptable risks. That was my problem. I would have happily voted for Nikki Haley. I would have even voted for Ron DeSantis. But having said that, Harris not winning, the second best outcome was Trump winning convincingly. He was only the second president since George H.W. Bush to win the popular vote. And that was always the claim of Democrats. Oh, well, they may have won the Electoral College, but we got more votes. Well, this is not the case. And so I'm hoping that, and again, this may be a little naivete, that Trump does actually care about his legacy. He does seem to be a little more mellow in his press conferences. I think age will do that to you as well. So, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. And I am going to say that I hope things work out. I think some of the nominees are disastrous. We'll get to that later in the show. But as I said, I think anyone deserves the benefit of the doubt. My big caution is when you look at the main complaint. One of the complaints is the authoritarian bent, and when you look at people like Hugo Chavez and Viktor Orban. They were in office, they lost, and they came back. And that was when the problem started, because they felt there was a mandate. And you see a lot of people said, well, if this guy's in office again, maybe I ought to try to give him the benefit of the doubt. You're seeing that with the ABC defamation suit. You're seeing that with a lot of these tech people, even people like Mark Benioff, who's huge liberal, saying, well, we need the benefit of the doubt. So I'm an optimist, and I hope things work out. But we will see. What say you, Carrie?
Well, I think I'm a bit more optimistic than you are, Dave. I'm really excited about this Tax Cut and Jobs Act. renewal that's coming down the pipeline. I think there's some really important provisions that are going to be expiring. And the Tax Foundation estimated around 2/3 of families at least are going to see their tax bills go up unless there are changes made. So I think the stars really aligned to have this reboot. So that's exciting. I'm excited about the Doge Commission with Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. It remains to be seen whether or not they'll actually, come to fruition. But I think if anybody can do it, they can do it.